all the people that make life miserable, make life dangerous.
Shitty Netflix directors. From the director of 13 Reasons Why, and the world-renowned writer from the acclaimed anime Seinfeld, comes a brand new live-action movie that we think will positively shank you with all its edge. Starring blonde metrosexual as Light, gamer girl 6969 as Misa, and generic black weeaboo edgelord as it's so bad. It's so bad. I can't fucking do this, guys. This is just... Why? Dear Jesus. Why did they get someone that sounds like Mark fucking Hamill after deep-throating a belt sander? I smoke 50 packs of Marlboros a day. But I could quit at any time. It is only by the grace of the death god that I have lived this long. Please end my suffering. So, anyway, as you can see, I am a fucking weeaboo. I'm sorry it's come to this, and even more sorry that this is my first video, but this needed to be done. You know, as a male, white, privileged pig, I felt it was my right and my duty to set the record straight for us anime fans. And, you know, not at all because the video in question is floating right at the top of YouTube trending right now. Jesus, if I didn't already ruin my chance at ads, I certainly fucking did now. Anyway, brethren, home slices, home skillets, we are gathered here today to honor the death of an anime. Death Note has had a good run, but it got shafted by the much more relevant, glorious movie remake, and as a result, something has risen from its ashes like the fiery phoenix of old, and now we have something far better. A fresh, spicy meme from the bowels of Netflix. Now, for those of you who don't know what Death Note is, it's a crime/urban fantasy suspense anime praised for great character development, most of the time, and incredible character design and artwork, or so I've heard. I personally am a fucking nerd, so I only read the manga. I didn't watch the show.
Oh my god, you didn't even watch the anime? What the fuck are you doing reviewing the trailer then, you clown?
Gives me conniptions.
And for those of you who don't know what anime is, I'm happy for you. Honestly, I am. Just don't even get involved. It's like animated crack. I haven't been outside in like 3 weeks. Been catching up on that good old hentai. But that's enough of an intro. Before we get into this fresh, spicy hot meme, I'm going to get my awful remake checklist ready. You know, the one the old white American directors used to remake a perfectly good series from Japan. So, let's see here.
All the people that make life miserable.
White, metrosexual, fashionable man as the lead, instead of what's-his-fuck from the original. Check.
All the people that make life miserable. Make life dangerous.
Main lead is different entirely from the source material, most often changed to either someone who wants more, also called a Disney princess, or who is an outcast and hates the world for how it's treated him and others. A Tumblr edgelord, if you will. Check. Considering how Misa is his funny little sidekick/waifu, let's go ahead and call him Princess Edgelord of Tumblr. Or PET for short.
He's not some omnipotent force.
Replace a fan favorite with someone of very different race who serves the same role, but is reinterpreted to strengthen the facade of quote-unquote diversity.
Okay, boys, looks like we got ourselves a perfect bad remake that will rake in millions. Wait, a black person? Massive backlash for more than just butchering the source material. Aw, shit. We forgot to add in a black person. If SJWs catch us with an all-white main cast, we're fucked. No, we don't have any leeway, Bob, thanks to dear white people. Let's move it. Get the first black guy you find in the street. No, Clarence, they don't have to be a good actor. I don't know, just put a mask on his face to hide his missing teeth and keep him away from the champagne.
Check. Honestly, I hate when movie companies do this. They put a black person in a role that would normally be played by a white person, and then you end up looking racist as soon as you get irritated. If you complain, for instance, that L was pale and had circles under his eyes, you get people yelling at you for preferring someone white. If you say that this is set in Japan and that statistically there are probably more black people in America, so this is unlikely, you get slammed two ways at once. One from people complaining that you didn't talk about the main white guy playing light, so you're racist. And two, you get people who mention that not all stories that were originally in Japan have to take place in Japan, so now you're a massive weeb and racist. So basically, in a sense, the studio ends up on the better end of the stick, always, because as soon as you complain that L is black, or even have a gripe about the way he delivers his lines, something unrelated whatsoever to him being black, you get swamped by Black Lives Matter supporters and SJWs. It's honestly a cheap shot, and I refuse to believe studios are unaware of this nasty little trick, which means not only are studios ruining your favorite characters, they are pandering to SJW nutcases and duct taping your mouth shut. None of this is about diversity. It's about crafty, slimy snake oil tactics designed to make more money while seeming to take the moral high ground.
We've got to have money.
But I digress. A lot. Holy shit, what was that? Almost 2 minutes? Jesus. So we have, in summary, a metrosexual PET, a basic bitch, as said metrosexual's funny little sidekick, a black weeaboo who's gonna mug you for pocky money, and a CGI mishap voiced by a suspiciously familiar voice. Yeah, you see that kinda cool-looking silhouette in the background here? Yeah, that fucker. You ever wonder why they don't show much of him? Oh, it's not to be mysterious or suspenseful or anything like that. This trailer threw subtle, intelligent things like that out a long time ago. The reason they don't show it is because it's going to A. Look awful, B. Barely even get any screen time because it looks awful, and or C. Only be used as an excuse to have exposition up the ass, then be tossed away until the ending scene of the movie, with only minor cameos here and there. This is really a shame, because Ryuk was actually a lot of fun in the manga. Quirky, loves apples for some reason, delightfully sadistic, nihilistic. It's like if the world's most condescending cynic were fun to be around. You can tell he originally was only there for the ride, or in his own words, he was bored, but you could also kind of tell he was hopeful light would turn out to be different than other humans. This ended up kind of creating a sort of weird bond between them. Not exactly friendship, more like partners in crime. Comrades in arms, but only temporarily. And in the trailer, Ryuk is just so fucking boring. He's the opposite of the Ryuk in the comic. If the Ryuk from the comic and the Ryuk from the trailer met, well, they just wouldn't. They wouldn't meet, because comic Ryuk would be busy being interesting, and trailer Ryuk would be too busy reading Sunday morning's obituaries through his bifocals, smoking a goddamn pipe. But I digress. The rest of it is what I like to call trailer trash. Just a few good parts of the movie lumped together with rapid-fire editing and generic, epic stingers. You know, the music every fucking action trailer has that give you goosebumps every time you hear it, despite it being just variants of the same thing over and over. Yeah, that music. I swear I could just orgasm to this, you know,
And just like that, it's gone like an angel's kiss.
So yeah, that was Death Note. The movie. The trailer. The rant. It all sucked, just like I thought it would. But are you really surprised, honestly? I've never seen one live-action movie or TV show do well when based on anime. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Maybe this movie will be the one to break the mold. Maybe I'll become a big YouTuber. Maybe we'll colonize Mars, and maybe, just maybe, Half-Life 3 will come out tomorrow. But that's all the memes I have for you today, kids. If you like this video, press like, and if you want to hear me rant about more inconsequential horse shit, subscribe. I won't be uploading too frequently since I'm honestly just doing this for shits and giggles, but if I get enough views, I might just be treated to some of that delicious, nutritious YouTube revenue I've heard so much about.
Money.
Thanks again for putting up with my fat, whiny, privileged ass harping at you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ta.